empath, a medium, as well as a pet communicator and health advisor. If you want to know more about what she does, check her out at www.enchantedsky.com. Lana's Enchanted Sky. EnchantedSky.com is under a little bit of change. Yeah. Today, let's talk about energy vampires.
Hey guys, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I haven't been in the studio like the last time. Well, when we came to the thing.
Right. Yeah.
No, next week there was like this open house and we met a few people. But I haven't been in this podcast station in probably.
No, so it's a whole at least.
It's been like a long time.
Well, we rearranged it at the end of July, so it's been 2 months.
Yeah, so I haven't. July, August. Yeah, I haven't been in 8 weeks. And I've been online though,
Yeah.
I have my own podcast station now, so
yeah,
it seems like that's okay.
That's really cool.
Anyway, so we're okay because I'm in the process of developing it. So
yep.
I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm figuring it out as I go. And I actually, so if anybody knows, we're having some changes. The Lana's Enchanted Sky is
under construction.
And if you put just Enchanted Sky separately, like the two words, I pop up on Google and then you can get my website.
Nice. Yeah.
So it seems like that's working. We're in a transition. So I'm going to try to match Lana's Enchanted Sky to my Facebook, to my Instagram. It's like that's what I'm called on there, so that way you can find me. Okay, so hi guys. So what we're going to be talking about is energy vampires. Now, I've been through it. I've been through it quite a bit because I think that people realize when you're nice, they take advantage of you. In an empath. If you guys don't, everybody pretty much knows now because it's a buzzword about empaths.
I just want to say good morning to everybody and thanks. Her mic works better when I don't have it on mute.
Oh, it was on mute.
They can hear you, but they're like, it's not working. So thanks.
Okay. Well, sorry that it. Yeah. So, am I doing readings? I will be at the very end. So I am talking about energy vampires, how to protect yourself. I've done this before, but I'm doing it again because I think it's needed now. Because I've been duped myself. And, I'm a Pisces. If you guys don't know, astrologically, I'm a Sagittarian Pisces. And what that is somebody who really believes in the best of all people and refuses to believe the bad in anybody. So they take advantage. And a Pisces always wants to help. Do you see? So anyway, so I get this, you guys. If you've been taken advantage of because you're nice, I want you to understand it's not a weakness, it's a strength.
Yeah.
And Kent, too, we've talked, you've been taken advantage of too. So
a lot.
And for the people on TikTok, I'm on a podcast station. This is my podcast. It's live, and Kent is my moderator, my producer guy. And so you can hear him very clearly now because we got the right things together. Yeah. So you can hear him because you never could hear him before. Okay. So yeah. So if you guys want really fast, do want to book a reading with me, it's lanasenchantedSky.com. But if you put Enchanted Sky, 2 words, it'll pop up. There's something that's been disabled. And so we're just going to go around it. So, but yeah, I've got everything reset up. I'm in the process of typing my predictions, all that good stuff. So anyway, what we're going to be talking about though is how you can protect yourself and how to recognize a narcissist. Because when it's all said and done, people that take advantage of other people are narcissistic. They're some people call them opportunists. Yeah. I don't say that because a really true empathic person would never take advantage of anybody. Okay. And there's no ways you can tell. Now, one of the ways we're going to talk about this because it's narcissistic abuse. Now we've talked about it before. And it's a buzzword, but I want to talk to you as a psychic, as a medium, as an empath, as a friend. And if you guys don't know, once you guys have called me for a couple readings, that I, honestly, you become my friend. You do, because I know you well. And I have people, when you've called me, I put you on my speed dial in my list on my phone, and that you stay there. And so when you do text me, I'll be like, I know who this is. And they're like, do you have time for a reading on Wednesdays? On Wednesdays, my backflow. Yeah. Now I call it my backflow because I'm probably out gardening. I'm probably out doing something. Remember, I'm semi-retired. And so I will literally pick a phone up. I could be eating dinner and I'll be picking, hey, how is it going? And it's just because you could become part of each other's charts. That's what it is. So anyway, narcissistic abuse. Now I've been so guilty. I've been very guilty of this. And And what they do is a lot of times you won't see it. Other people will see it and tell you. Listen to your other friends.
Yeah.
When your other friends see this happening, say, no, this person, it could never be like this. But they do know. Mm-hmm. Especially when you have 2 or 3 psychic friends telling you what's going on and you still do not believe them. Okay? Trust me. And if you've got that feeling in your gut, now your gut's right above your navel. That's where your soul sits. Remember this, that your soul is screaming at you to not do something, but you do it anyway because it's a lesson that you need to learn. Do you know about karma and how if you haven't learned that lesson, it just keeps popping up till you've learned your lesson? Okay? So just remember that it will. Okay, so if you associate with somebody like this and then they're gaslighting you, mm-hmm. and they keep gaslighting you and you go back for more, your lesson has not been learned. It can be, they're energy vampires. They thrive off your success. They thrive off of you as a person. They see you're an easy touch. You're an easy mark.
Yeah, you're an easy mark. Yeah.
Okay, and they think that it's a weakness and it's a strength.
Yeah, and they want to grab that good energy while you have it. So your entire aura is just shining, and they come in right and go, I got to get some of that.
Yes, and especially when they're down and out. Now, this is the worst thing that I've learned about this whole thing is when somebody's down and out, don't help them. You know, you can help them, but they've got to be able to pull themselves out of it also. And here's me, the Pisces. I'm going to help. I'll save you. You know, they've got to do it themselves.
You got to guard your energy.
Exactly. And so anyway, the narcissistic abuse, they gaslight. That's one of the things. Now, if you guys don't know what that means, it turns it around and makes it look like everything's you. You're the bully. You're the person. You're, the person. They are doing something that you don't like. You call them on it, and they turn it around, and they say you're doing it. Mm-hmm. That's such a typical gaslighting thing. That is so typical. Okay, all right. Don't be asking questions yet, please.
Yeah. Which then sucks your energy even faster.
Yes, you guys have to listen to what I'm telling you right now because this is just such a big. I'm just learning lessons. I've been learning lessons. And the other things they do is the, oh, poor me. Oh, poor me. Yeah. And they turn it around. Oh, poor me. How could you do this to me? Or it's kind of like that kind of thing, Yeah.
Well, they know as an empath, you really want them to be better. So you're giving a lot of your energy because you want that feel good.
Well, for me, they want them to be. Well, you see things happen to people, and you're like, "Oh my God, that's terrible. How can I give you?" What's the number one way of giving energy? Dollar signs.
Yeah.
And so you want to help. You want them to do well. You care about the person. You love them, and it's not helping them though because they have to help themselves. Okay, so this happened to me, and this is what I do. When something bad happens, now I get this thing, and we've talked about this before, and I'm going to swear a little bit, but people tell me I shit rainbows. And if you guys do know me, I do shit rainbows. It just always Kent's laughing because he knows it's true. It just seems like I could have the worst thing happen to me, and it ends up being the best thing that ever happened to me.
It truly is.
Yeah, and it's part of being a Sagittarian, and if you've got any kind of Sagittarius energy because you're rolled by Jupiter. Now listen, remember I told you on October 28th, I got to look at your chart again, find out when your Pisces is. Okay, in the 12 houses. Now you can go look this up. Go to Astrology, Cafe Astrology. You can go to that, and you can look all this up. And once you find that, you're going to have 12 houses. Now, some people don't have one, but I would say 90% of people have a Pisces somewhere. Yeah. That's where your luck is going to reside, coming here October 28th to March 23rd. Now, I am a Sagittarian, which is ruled by Jupiter, and I'm a Pisces, and it's coming direct. Mm-hmm. So for the next 6 months, I can do no wrong. Now, I've told you guys this, that way back earlier, on my birthday, literally Pisces went direct, and what did I do? I retired. People kept telling me that what's going on with you? You've got this big lot. You've got a windfall coming. And I laughed. I'm like, you're so full of crap. What am I doing, the lotto? No, I could retire. The state of Illinois gave me a large amount of money to invest. and to wait for to finish out my retirement till I turn, because I'm only in my 50s. I retired early, and I just couldn't believe it. Now I'm going to tell you that if anybody thinks that this astrology stuff isn't true, they're full of crap. Especially when you know your chart and use it to your advantage.
Yeah. Lovely says her Pisces is in the 10th house.
10th house. Dad, I gotta remember that one offhand. 10th house. That's the midheaven. You're in the process of changing your jobs or something, or your career. Wow. Oh yeah, and if not, you need to, because it's perfect timing. Yeah, 10th house is the midheaven. My midheaven's in Libra, so I already know a lot of them. All right. So anyway, back to this narcissistic abuse thing. Now, these people often tout themselves as empaths also. I don't know if you've ever noticed that, but it's true. But they're not. No. And it's like they are sucking you dry, and you need to pay attention to this. Okay. Now, they do this, oh, poor me. How could you do this to me? Yeah. And you start seeing little things, and you're like, yeah. And then, like I said, they turn it around to make it look like you're crazy. Yeah. They really do. And they also do now in women when they're narcissists, like a mother that's a narcissist, it's manipulation and the martyr syndrome. I've given you everything so that you could do well. Poor me. How could you? That's right. What they do. That's, anybody of you guys have a mother that does that they are probably a narcissist. Yeah.
Lovely says, yep, Lana, you told me that to look for a new job. I'd get the job, and I did. Thank you.
Good. Thank you. I'm glad. I like the confirmation, because even though I've been doing this for 25 years, you still kind of doubt yourself. Oh, and by the way, I had a couple of predictions, and I'm going to have to
you had predictions. That's odd.
Me have predictions, right? You guys, right now I'm at approximately, I think, a thing about the hurricane is I said there'd be 2 hurricanes. There was one. So, but it came around and became a hurricane again. So maybe that's what I was seeing. Yeah. I kept saying tropical storm. Now, my mother-in-law's up here now. We are going to get her today. She's up here in Chicago. Okay. But yeah, and it's just devastating. That's my second home. So it is bad. We were worried sick about her. She was on Marco Island, stuck on Marco Island, but she was in a concrete home 2 levels up. Yeah. And though the whole first level was gone, but the second level, they were okay. And Marco Island's bridge did not go out, where Sanibel's, Captivas, and the one to Fort Myers Beach. The one in Fort Myers Beach, I believe, would be out. That thing was older than dirt. It was rickety. It was rickety. And I'm like, how did it make it through the first one? Right. Anyway, so back to what I was saying was, before I get off, remember, it's metaphysical meanderings. That's why we meander. We meander. And so back to this women and martyr thing. Now I'm writing the empathic martyr. So I guess I shouldn't necessarily say that a narcissist is always a martyr, because a true empathic martyr will never ask anything in return. Right. And they'll never mention it to you. They'll never. You give and you give it. And you do get to a point, though, where you kind of go, God, I can't do this anymore. I can't give anymore. When there's somebody that's so emotionally messed up or needy, and you just can't do it anymore, you have to back off and you have to cut ties. Yeah. No matter what it is, you know what I'm saying? They see you as an easy target. That's what really gets me the most. And you guys have to understand, as a school teacher of 31 years, that the kids always kind of saw me as an easy target. Like they thought they could get away with stuff. But at the same point, it was my strength, because I'm a healer. So I think people don't, when they really back up and look, he's always just such a nice guy. He's not going to do this to me. He's not going to, but you do get to a point where you literally, you're just done. Yeah. And you have to that's a lesson. That's a life lesson, you guys, that you're done. You leave this person back in your life. You get into an argument, they come back. You get in another argument or something like that, they come back. And for the last time, they're sucking you dry. They're sucking your energy. And finally, you're just done. So, and I'd still say it's a form of it. And I want to say they're not even narcissists. It's more of they want to latch onto your star, and Kent, I'm doing very well, that I'm getting very popular, and I have people coming out of the woodwork. It's gotten crazy. I have to be very careful who I associate with. Yeah. I have to be very careful who I talk to. Every time I turn around, I just had somebody do something else for me. And it was, I am at a point where I don't even want anybody working for me because people just always want something. Mm-hmm. And instead of just helping, just happening to, they want something from you. And they are sucking your energy. Because remember, money is energy. So if somebody starts abusing you for money, that's sucking energy too. So, another thing they do that the narcissists love to do, or the abusers, is they hold you emotionally hostage. Well, if you do this for me, or how could you do this to me? And you know what I'm saying? Right. And it's a control thing. When it's all said and done, these people that are abusing empaths want control. Yeah. They want control. Okay. So,
that's what energy vampires really want. They want a piece of your good energy. Yep. And they won't stop at anything to get it.
Yes.
And they take advantage, I think, of just your goodness.
Yes.
And your willingness to want everybody to be well and succeed.
Yep. I have a message here on TikTok that sometimes my clients will do these things to me. They try to take advantage of my kindness. Yeah. I'm not of recent so kind anymore. And it's not mean, but okay. So in my chart, going back to my astrology, I am learning to put up boundaries. It is clearly in my chart. And if people will call me, I've been called at 1:00 in the morning for readings. I am not kidding you. I'm like, so I've put my boundaries up. I now have a Google number. It's stuff like that. And where I can just turn it off and I'm just done. And it wasn't a balance issue. And it was so funny because, you come out of Mercury in retrograde. Now I'm making a video on why people go through Mercury in retrograde, because people don't understand that it's a learning experience for you. It's a way to rehab for some reason. Okay. When you're in Mercury retrograde, do you ever do this? Oh my God. He was so mean to me last year. I'm still kind of ticked off at him, or somebody from your past comes right into your space. Or it's something that they make you deal with that it is a lesson not yet learned. So it does make me feel funny because of the last day of Mercury in retrograde, and it was a hard. I kept saying, "Oh, this is a great Mercury in retrograde." No, it wasn't. Not for me. They never really are usually. Right. Sometimes the only time I've ever had a good one is when it's been in Sagittarius, because I'm a Sagittarius. So yeah. Anyway, so I came out the Mercury in retrograde that night and I went, really, I took a deep breath, I woke up and I went, I feel lighter. I feel better because I said, you know what? I've put my boundaries up. Yeah. What am I willing to put up with and what am I willing not to? And it's part of being an empath and it's part of what you're supposed to learn. Now, from what I know, I am told that the Sagittarian Pisces energy combination is one of the hardest one that's out there. Because you want to believe in the best in everybody. You want to help everybody. You're positive. You see their highest potential. And then here's the Pisces thing where you want to help, you want to help, you want to help, you want to help, you want to help. And they suck you dry. So, and it's very interesting that someone said that to me because I had somebody that's also, all of my friends are psychic, pretty much, or they're practicing. I support them all. I've got actually a woman that I've been watching I also read for her regularly, and she's pretty awesome. And I'm going to be probably promoting her. Might have her on my podcast. Anyway, yeah. So anyway, and she, we all know it and understand this, but at what cost is it to put your boundaries up and say, you know what, I've got to reserve. It's a balance. And that's what's so funny. Cause I do have a friend who told me one time all about my retirement's about balance. Yeah. And I'm going to tell you something. I've been working a lot of hours I was really, really busy. I was over 8 weeks booked back and now I've pretty much caught up. So if you take a look, you can actually get to me within 2 weeks, which is pretty good. That's pretty good timing. Because it was 8 weeks. So with that said, just, letting you guys know, emotionally hostage is kind of what they really do.
Oh, sure.
And then because as an empath, as a person who just wants to do good, you don't want to hear anybody suffer. Yeah. That's what I find so interesting. You don't want anybody to hurt, especially if you love them, especially if they're your friend. And the thing is you can love somebody and let them go. Really. And still love them and still have love for them and wish them the best, but let go at the same time. Okay. And so you guys, if you're listening to me, most likely you're an empath. And it's so interesting though. Be careful. I want to tell you a couple things. Be careful in who say they're empaths and are not. They are narcissists in sheep's clothing. So just remember that. Okay. All right. Just remember. Okay. So I understand. And yeah.
So how do you get that energy back then?
You do something ritualistic.
Okay.
Like I know I usually take salt baths or salt shower, something with salt. Because the ions, now that's actually medically proven. Did you know that? Yeah. The ions, like the ions by the ocean, you always feel better by the ocean because it's the ions from the salt water. But there's something ritualistic. Me personally, I sleep.
Okay.
Like I will sleep 10 hours, 12 hours. And it's been a couple of days now and I feel so much better now. I've been working on me feeling better. So I took a couple of days off. Do something you love.
Sure.
Something that go walk, go hug a tree. We've talked about that before, hugging a tree, because I know but you have to remember they're grounded and the ground absorbs negative energy. Go lie. It's getting cold now. Did you see all that frost, man? Ooh, we got a pretty bad frost. I covered all my plants outside though, so I think they'll be okay for a while. If you guys don't know, I'm a plant empath. I grow plant. I got the greenest thumb you've ever seen in your life. I can't kill them. It's like, yeah, you have to see it to believe it.
I'm the exact opposite.
Yeah. See, yeah, isn't it funny? Well, they say that you give off, a person that grows plants actually gives off an energy off their hands. And when you've touched, you can feel energy off my hands as a Reiki healer. So I guess I just, yeah. And I was saying that people who are Reiki healers can't, they all grow plants, but some people it's my thing. I don't know. Yeah. So anyway, so just remember that they only keep you emotionally hostage if you let them. Remember that if you put your foot down, and the thing is you look like a bitch. They'll call you a bitch. I'm sorry, but they will. When you say, I'm done, I can't do this anymore. And they'll grasp at straws. Sure. They'll grasp at straws. They'll try to come back.
You were an easy mark.
That they think it can manipulate you. Yeah. And they're wolves in sheep's clothing because because they're slick. They're slick. So just remember that, okay?
Yeah, Jen Krejci says, I sleep too. It pauses and resets everything.
Yes, 10, as a reset.
10+ hours.
Exactly. Yep, 10 to 12 hours. I sometimes take a little something to help me sleep a little bit, and I put my fan on. Do you use a fan when you?
Always.
You too. It's that white noise.
Yep,
you're around me too, because you need that white noise. Mm-hmm. You know how I got used to that? My husband used to work second and third shift, and I could hear stuff, and it would scare me at night. So I started doing that so it would drown everything out, so I could sleep. But how many of you guys do that? I bet you guys use fans too at night to help you sleep. Sure. Either that, or sometimes I will go YouTube and put on Native American lute. Oh. And then in the background, and then put it, so I can sleep. That helps too. So anyway, and it clears energy. Now, today, I'm going to tell you what, this is my day. I'm going to enjoy myself. My mother-in-law, I've gotten her from Florida. She's, I'm glad to see her. I was worried sick. You guys know I was on here on TikTok. I was in tears because I'm like, I knew, like it didn't bother me so much until the day I saw the aerial view and saw what was left of Pondella Boulevard, which is maybe 2 blocks from her house. Now, how her trailer, now remember she's in an old folks home, old folks like community, with a trailer. How that survived with only minor damage. She got minor damage to the back window. And it was, we had a shed that she had put her mower in, and it blew away. And it hit that, and it hit her air conditioning heating system. And other than that, it was in perfect shape. How that happened was a God's miracle. Now, the tree in front that she had lost the year Charlie went through, because remember, this is the exact same path, she lost it again. I told him, like, don't put another tree in there, so I'm like, I told her maybe an orange tree this time, because I don't know, that way it was least, I think she had an avocado tree. The avocados were, I kid you not, they were this big. And so she finally cut them down. It was denting her metal roof. So anyway, but yes, I'm going to be taking questions in a second. And I just want to remind you guys, put up your boundaries. What are you willing? And don't feel guilty. See, that's the thing. Some of these people want to make you feel guilty about doing it. And it's manipulation. It's just manipulation. Okay. So it's about that time, Kent. You ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
We're taking questions. We're going to be taking questions off of TikTok, and we're going to be taking questions off of. Can we see Facebook? Because I know it's playing.
Yeah, we've got
Facebook.
We've got YouTube,
and we've got TikTok.
TikTok over there.
So I'm thinking about now going to Instagram. Yeah. Instagram, I've never really done much on Instagram. So okay,
you can connect your Facebooks.
Yes, I will.
Anna Vaughn says she uses a sound machine.
Does she? Okay, that's cool.
Jen says, this is weird. When I fall asleep listening to Native American drumming, I have scary dreams. Any other music or meditation, I'm good. It's kind of crazy.
No, Jen, it's not crazy, because I can see what it is. Yeah. You were Native American, and when they were doing when they okay, so let me tell you this really quick, because I think some people don't realize this. We have a tendency to reincarnate on certain continents because we had good lifetimes there. 90% of these white people that say they're really drawn to Native American stuff were Native American. I know I was. I saw it. I identified it. I identified people in my life. I know I am. I'm on Native American soil because I'm so drawn to it. My land was hunting grounds. I'm not kidding. It's within walking distance. There's 9 mountains, and I am the protector of that land. And I know I am. And anyway, and Jen, for you would hear those drums, because that's what they would do. A lot of Native Americans would drum as they were deciding if they were going to go to war.
Yeah.
And so that's what you're hearing.
Yeah.
I want to say that you were a white person on a wagon train and you were slaughtered. I can see Akashic records, you guys, and I kind of know. So just letting you guys know that that's kind of what happened. I want to say, God, I see you were panicked. I'm you were like on the see, I can see this. And you were on like the Oregon Trail, and you were slaughtered. And you were female. You were young. Just letting you know. Okay. Go ahead.
She says, I think I was shot 3 times in the back.
Yep. You might have been. Yeah, they would carry guns. I feel like, but maybe. Yeah, you're right. I'm telling you, Jen. Like, it's so funny, because then when I tell people about their past lives, they're like, well, what a coincidence. It's not a coincidence. What it is the Akashic record of every breath, every fingernail, you've broken is on that record. It's called the Book of Life in the Bible. It's the Book of Life. And you allow me to see it. Mm-hmm. You can block me from seeing it. I can't read my own. And we've talked about that before, Kent. Why can't you see your own? Do you remember?
Yeah,
what I told you.
Yeah, because you have to learn through this life.
Yes, you have to learn. If you could see your what was going to happen to you, you'd never learn anything. Right. So God blocks you from seeing your own record. Other people can read it, but you can't. And I try to tell people that they try to read for themselves, and I maybe get 10%. Every once in a while, I do have some type of like, ooh, don't do that. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, yeah. And then I got back and I did it anyway. Duh. Yeah. So.
All right. When we ask questions here on the show, it has to be very direct and pointed. Don't ask an open-end question, because we've got a lot of people listening, hundreds of thousands, maybe millions,
probably about 800,000.
And we've got a ton of people. So be very, very pointed. Ann Iva, good morning, says, Lana, I don't want to date my past loves. Do you feel I will meet my soul partner in 2023? I am over 55, so I'm worried.
Don't be worried. You're wonderful, Ann.
Yeah.
So how old are I need to know, because something about, tell me how old you are, because then I'll give you the answer. Here, I better write that down. Now, and by the way, I do have more predictions.
Yeah.
And I still say Putin's backing down. There's no nukes. I still say it.
I hope so.
I've been saying it. He's forced to. Because if he's got nobody supporting him, I still say it. I say he's sick.
I sure hope so. All right. So let's see. Did she throw anything? She's 63.
Okay. All right. I have no idea why I got 56 or 57, and I'm not sure why I got that number. We need to figure out why. Is that an 11? So maybe something's coming up here. Remember, 56 right? Add together is 11, which is a two. Well, it's a 2, or 11 is a master number.
A master number, right?
So yeah.
Beginning.
I don't know why I got that number. That's why when you said that, 65. I wonder if I have it inverted.
Yeah, she's okay. 63.
Yeah, okay, 65. I know that sounds a long time away, but you might meet this person next year or so and like maybe actually get like into a permanent relation by 65. Yeah. But there is somebody. You know, you can ask one of your family members to send you somebody, right? Did you know that? There's no, like, I've had some people like, well, my husband's dead, and there's no jealousy on the other side. They'll send you somebody. Ask them to. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead.
Just out there. Good morning, Lana Kent. Stephanie T says, during a meditation, I saw my spirit guide as a Native American.
Yes. Mine is too.
Yep. Anna Vaughn says, will I be going through a garnishment, or will I be able to get some help?
You're going to get some help, Anna. Don't worry. Yeah. You're going to get help. I have to look, Anna, you know what? Go look at your chart, because that Pisces thing would not be a garnishment if you've got a Pisces, especially sitting in like maybe the second house, the 10th house, the first house. You wouldn't get anything, because remember, it's really lucky, and it's usually financial. Hey, I'm telling you what, I'm using this astrology to write my books and to publish a book right now, because mine's in my 3rd house, and it's all about communication. So communication here, communication, it could be reading, writing, speaking. It's lucky. And so I've got 2 books I'm trying to get written. Remember the I Am Plan. And then I'm trying to get the Empathic Martyr. Oh, there's actually 3. And then the 7 Stages of a Spiritual Awakening. I just haven't gotten them written. Yeah. I'm too busy doing readings. And I know that sounds really harsh, but I'm at a point where balance. So if I have to cut back, I'm not starving. Yep. So and I want to make, you know what? I want to help people. And there's people that are desperately calling me. And
Anna said you did say October was going to be lucky.
So. Oh, I did? Okay. I don't remember, Anna, when I tell you guys. Yeah. And that's what's so funny is like a lot of times people will get on here and go, hey, you told me the same thing before. I said, well, then why'd you ask the question again? Because I'm like, and I think they're testing me to see if I'm saying the same thing. So, yeah.
So, Lovely asks, hi, Lana. What is my psychic gift?
You're some type of healer. Lovely. I want you to go get trained in Reiki if you can, or in shamanism. I think you have knowledge from a past life. You're a healer, and you might have something to do with herbs too. And you guys don't realize that doctors are healers, right? They're in disguise. You know, everybody always looks so medical, but when you really talk to people, I know now. You guys know I lost a very dear friend about 6 months ago. His name was Jim. Was my chiropractor. I can't believe he's dead. I would have never. He was so healthy, and he got HPV. So remember, HPV, with the, cancer risks and stuff, the papilloma. Yeah. And he's with me, and he was a healer. He knew intuitively things that he would say to me that would he goes, well, I think. And one day when I hurt my back and I couldn't walk, I tore a muscle in the gluteus medius, which is right in the middle of your back. It was so bad that if I rolled over when I was sleeping, I'd dislocate my hip. It was that bad. He said to me, 14 weeks. You'll be better in 14 weeks. And I am not kidding. 14 weeks. I got up one day and I'm like, oh. Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah. So I'm like, he said, he would say to me, and he goes, and that was him intuitively, because he says, you're going to be fine. He tells me all the time how long I'm going to live too, because I talk to him all the time. Yeah. And matter of fact, I've got people other in a past life, and I knew it the minute I could see it. He rode a black horse. He was the lord of a manor. I mean, all kinds of stuff. I thought that I was crazy. I really did. And then I saw one of my friends from this lifetime, and she was in the vision, and we were all sitting around, because I was like a house, one of the house staff. Yeah. And she was there, and then later that about 3 months later, because she doesn't even live any place close to him, to where his office is. She went to him for a chiropractor as a chiropractor. How now? Don't tell me that wasn't clearly saying that this past life stuff is absolutely real.
Right.
Oh, did I ever tell you I want to go to West Virginia? I know where I'm at. In West Virginia, I'm going to go visit myself and find myself, because I've got evidence that I think I know I'm really picky with my name not being called Lana, because I like Lana, because I was raised as Lana, but also that I was Anna in another lifetime, not Lana. And so I'm really, really like, I don't like Anna. That just would bug me. Do you see what I'm saying? So anyway.
But to all of our Anna listeners out there, we absolutely love you. All right. Stephanie T is a mom to an adult with autism, and she says, is it time for me to go back to work? And if so, do you see a particular career field?
Yes, something that's going to give you the in and out. Now, are you a real, Stephanie, are you really are you like a Virgo? Are you like well organized? Like you'd be on a computer or doing filing or something? I feel like it's part-time. It's only about 20 to 25 hours a week. And it's mentally, it's going to make you a different person. You need to get out. You need to get out of there. And like what I said, it's just good to be able to talk with other people and to clear your head. Like this job it'll be almost like the job's mindless, but it's not. It's because it's repetitive but it's fun and you like doing it. So, but I feel like it's with computers or filing or it's something like that. So, okay.
And if you need a reading or want to book a reading, you'll see scrolling across the bottom of the screen, www.lanasenchantedSky.com to book readings. Just put Lana's in front of Enchanted Sky because the EnchantedSky.com is under construction right now.
Yes, it's under construction. Yes. So it'll get released in a little while. So, All right.
Virginia says, Virginia Pisces, should I get a lawyer or are they going to let the man go?
I want to tell you, I need to look at your house, but I'm going to tell you what, with your Pisces coming in October, you'll get whatever you want. So go after them.
Yeah.
Seriously, I'm not kidding you guys. There's like 8 planets going direct right now. And I'm telling you to go take advantage of it. Go get it. Go play the lotto. Just go do it. You know what I mean? I mean, that's what I'm doing with this. I'm taking 6 months. I'm going to try to get these books written. Now, I do have an adult coloring book that has like sacred symbols, like tarot cards. And I if you guys don't know, I taught for 31 years. Some people still don't know that. And I used to make like coloring pages for the kids because I don't know, I would just draw them and the kids loved me to do them. So I would make them and then make copies. Well, I put them all together. There's peace signs and there's tarot. Well, these weren't for the kids, but the tarot signs and astrology signs, but I would make fun ones too, feathers and it's called Zentangles, what's it called? It's a type of artwork. Yeah. And so I've compiled it into a coloring book for relaxation and meditation.
Nice.
So yeah. Okay.
Nice. Shelby Fontaine says, hi, Lana.
Hi.
I came back to the office Monday after my wedding and honeymoon and was laid off. What type of job do you see me doing next? And do you see me being employed again soon?
Okay, listen to me. You're not going to be employed until about March because you're going to wait and get the right thing. You could take anything right now, Shelby, but I'm going to tell you, if you do, you'll be miserable. Take this little bit of time. You're a newlywed. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy your husband. Enjoy your life for a little bit. Collect some unemployment. Scale back if you have to, but the right thing will be around late February, early March. Okay? All right, I'm going to take a couple off of TikTok here.
Yeah, go for it.
So, we put our dog down today. Is she okay? Of course she is. She crossed the Rainbow Bridge. Dogs, never mind. They know God. Animals know God. They don't mind dying. They understand their purpose. They understand, like my chickens. I raise chickens. I've got like this big chicken fetish. They call me the chicken lady. I'm down to what, 30 chickens? I mean, they're all my pets. I could never kill them. I collect the eggs. Anyway, and animals know, my chickens know why they're there. Now, if never owned a chicken, they're really smart. And like when they lay an egg, you can hear them. They'll be bog, bog, and they'll really run up to me and go, bog, 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 bog. They just like having a fit because they're telling me that they laid an egg. And that's what their purpose is. Exactly. So, and it's funny to see it because you know what I'm looking at getting, because I have this huge chicken run. It's huge. I'm going to get toys. You can get these toys to keep them occupied that hangs and they can look in themselves. And it was pretty cheap. It was like $30. I'm going to hang it from the rafters on the thing and just see what they do with them. Because you might be surprised. They get bored. They're very, very smart.
The only kind of chicken is good fried chicken. All right. Tina knows she's got an appointment with you, Tina Brown.
Oh, okay.
But she's pretty shook up about her son's mental health, and lost his job, wrecked his car, type of thing. Did get another job, but is he all right, Tina Brown?
He's gonna be okay. This could be his tower moment. Like, remember, there's still Scorpio is still really super active. Scorpio came in 2/22/22, and it wants change. And if you aren't willing to do the change, then the change can be done for you. And sometimes it's not pretty.
Yeah.
So
awesome. Savannah Sim says, do I have a past life connection to the South?
Yes. You weren't a Southern belle, but you had some money and you were female.
Nice.
Maybe and I want to say
Savannah.
Yep. That might, yep. My daughter's named Savannah. So, yes, Savannah, you did.
Good.
Like, I feel like it's really warm. Like, it was a typical proverbial like relationship that you had down there. So,
nice.
Yep. And you were white.
Should see your ley lines. Maybe your ley lines.
Yeah. Well, those change every couple of years.
Okay.
But you can go back in time and look at them too. Right. Did you know that?
Yeah. No, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
Got any off of TikTok?
Yes.
All right.
Is your cat, okay, this must be your cat. Luna, happy living with us. She's content. Is she a little moody? Is this cat moody? Like, some cats are really super friendly and some are moody. Like, my cat's the friendliest cat in the world.
I've never seen a friendly cat.
Oh, no, you haven't been to my house. No, you've never been to my house. I have the world's friendliest cat, will love you to death. He doesn't care if you like him or not. He's going to sit on you. And people used to come to readings all the time and he'd lay all over them and people would be like, what's up with this? He just loves everybody. Yeah. So, yeah.
All right.
So, anyway.
Melissa Dinks says, should I take this job?
Yes, it'll only be an interim one. You won't be there that long. You won't be there that long. Nice. Okay. Let's take a question.
Yeah.
Lana, is it over with Nino and I? Yes. Sorry.
Yeah. All right. So, let's see. Judith says, am I going to stay in my job?
For about 2 years. I think you might get a promotion or there's a move up. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, here I got this question. It's very interesting. Should I keep practicing my gift? It blows my mind, even knowing that I'm capable of doing it. It won't, after a while, it won't anymore. You just kind of like, it becomes who you are. For me, I didn't know I could do any of this. And if you think about it, when I first started this, remember I said to you, I don't know if I can do predictions. Let's see if I can do this.
Yeah.
And now I'm known as a prediction guru. But I always say prediction person and people make fun of me. But I said, if I said a soothsayer, that sounds a whole lot more threatening than saying I'm a prediction person.
Snake oil.
So yeah, it's like snake oil or something. Yeah.
Lovely says, hey, thank you, Lana. I've studied herbalism and continue to educate myself about different modalities such as astrology,
I was right.
tarot,
I got it completely right. There you go. That's what you need to be doing, Lovely. Yes.
And somebody's out there, and it just says Facebook user. So I skipped over. They say, what is my past life? But if we don't know who it is.
I have to know your name because you guys do understand we chose our names, right? Yeah. That we chose them and we kind of get the parent to we were just saying that today. My daughter, my youngest daughter has got a male name. And so, or my granddaughter. And I said to my husband, I'm like, could you imagine her being named? They were going to name her Lillian. I'm like, could you imagine? Like, she's so, she's such a male name. And it's a name that could be a male or female. I said, there is no way that I could imagine her being named anything else. And we are named what we help our parents pick our name. We are our name.
Yep. Shelley is her name.
Shelley?
Shelley.
Okay, so what's the question again now? Shelley?
What was my past?
Oh, you got 24 of them. So which one you want? Some about farming and hay, like a stack of hay. I want to say it might be in Britain. like, like stack of hay next to like a thatched roof.
Right. Cool.
It's something like that, like a cottage or something. That's what I'm seeing. Nice. So yeah, I'd have to look closer. And by the way, I do past life regression, you guys.
Yes, she does.
Now it's so interesting because some people, they have to be completely relaxed with me. And if they're ready to do it and raring to go, I had a woman that I saw recently, and I did have past life regression with her, and she said to me right away, she goes, I'm ready, let's do it. And I go, okay, so what do you see? And she goes, I see a train. And I go, we're being loaded into the train. There's a bunch of us kids in this train. Yeah. And where are you going? She goes, I don't know. We're scared. She was in a concentration camp because at the very end, she's like, I can't breathe. I had to pull her. And usually you're not really completely asleep. You do understand this. I just did this, and you can wake her, or just do that and wake somebody up. But she was dying. And she said to me, that's why I'm so scared of choking. I am absolutely positively scared of not being able to breathe, like being choked. And I said, well, now you're not going to die that way this lifetime. Let it go. And now she says that really helped. So she had some weird fears and stuff. But I would say that when I do my past life regression, because so many people died in the concentration camps, I'm getting that a lot. Yeah. I would say about 30 to 40% have been in concentration camps. So,
and we are right at the back end of this. We're a little bit over. We started a little bit late, but hey, that's what we do. Just one more question, and we want to give this one to Paige because her birthday was yesterday. So Paige McDonald says, my birthday was yesterday and would love to hear anything from my past loved ones.
There's a woman coming through. This is my last one because these are hard to do when I'm here. But there's a woman coming through who has medium to dark hair, or kind of like a caramel color, but it's a little more brown. And she kind of either puts it up or it's short and it's kind of fixed like this. I want to say she went to the beauty parlor and would get it fixed. So I think it was a grandma. It seems like it's a grandma. Blue eyes, real sweet, really, really sweet. She wishes you well, and she is your guide. I want to say you might be named after her or have a name similar, or it's something about a name. Okay?
Awesome.
All right?
Okay. All right. For all of us here at 216 Net, we can't thank you enough for getting stuck in the net with us here today. This has been Metaphysical Meanderings with Master Psychic Lana Duncan-Hartgraves. If we didn't get to your question, we apologize. We are on schedule here, but you can go to www.lanasenchantedSky.com and book a reading there. She would love to chat with you and help you out. For all of us here at 216 Net, be good, but more importantly, be good to one another until we meet again. Thanks.